wrong about that. Roland sees the backpack. That's a nice start. If you're going to be the only defender here, and getting a kill like that is huge. He's back to take another look. Oh, the dualies are shutting it down. This is beautiful. Yeah, now they're on the bomb side, but it might be too late.
Man, pros are really making the dualies look good. And now the problem is there's a new angle. That's a huge kill for Hobbit. That might have been an overreach for Brolin, but hard to tell in the moment. Axile's going to get that bomb planted, tank some of the grenades with armor, and they've got a 3 versus 4 to survive.
Yeah, but the smoke is gone. Axile up close. See if he can do a bit more. Huge double headshot. Hampers finally with a bit of a reply. And Alexi, that's a range. Taking down Inters. Hobbit, though, he has been unbelievable in this series so far. 1 versus 2. The smoke is up.
Okay.
They do not have a kit, so it's a really long defuse coming in. He doesn't know that, but he's going to get it anyway. Power the dualies once again. He still has another 7 bullets through the smoke. It's a triple kill for Hobbit. Beautiful.
Oh, it's so hard for Brolin, I think, to tell when he's supposed to commit to that fight from that hallway. But if he survives there a little bit longer, there's no way that Cloud9 can actually get that bomb planted. But you obviously don't ever understand if you're being wrapped upon and how aggressively and what kind of a pace. What a great start for NIP in the pistol. But what a great job from Cloud9 coming back. And as you mentioned, Hobbit's been a stud if you go back and look at these, at least at Inferno. And he carries it into the pistol round here. 1-0. 5th pistol round in the series won by Cloud9.
And NIP with just USPs and nothing else. So I'm not even sure if the tradition is going to hold up with them losing the 2nd round here. I feel like Cloud9 should be able to pick this one up. Yeah, good start. If nothing else, was looking worrisome for just a minute. All right, they were looking for the boost. They're going to find out, and they're just going to hunt him down. They're like, all right, we know where you are. Molotov on top. NAVI with a good double kill. S-Tag all on his own.
Quickly all on his own.
Yeah.
Nice job from NAVI with the MAC-10. So 2-0. Hey, look, Cloud9's converted.
They have.
That's well done.
That's got to be a positive sign for them.
You think that would be the biggest yell NAVI's going to give? We've finally done it. Way to go, boys. 2-0. M4s are going to come out for NIP on defense. No money for the AWP yet. Except for Shiro. Shiro's got cash. I think that's dropped over by NAVI, who's down to 100 just based off the fact that he gets 3 MAC-10 kills in the previous round. Built up enough cash flow to get that bad boy out for his teammate.
The comeback that Shiro had individually was unbelievable on Inferno.
Yes.
He was doing absolutely nothing for the first half of the game. He won 1 round with a nice triple, and that put him at 4 kills, and I think you said that was like 13, 14 rounds deep.
Yeah, I think he ended with like 6 kills in the first half, and I mean, the CT side was on point.
And yeah, he was up to, I think, 19, 20 kills in the second half, so he really, really made it work. Axile, strong opening, taking down Rez. First buy round here for NIP. And a scary moment if they lose this one. NAVI, that's... Oh, actually, Inters is going to be the one to get that, and the follow-up kill. Good double on him, and he'll keep it going. It's Axile to follow it up, though. Hampers dropping an S-Tag 1 versus 3, and I don't even know what you do at this point.
No, you try and save. You got to know they're pushing on you. Hobbit comes right through the smoke and catches S-Tag off guard. All the weapons taken away, ripped out of their hands. 3-0. And that's going to be, I think, that's going to be the first point of contention, the first conversation we can have. Axile making those kinds of plays on a ramp is going to be so tough to deal with. I mean, anyone making those kinds of plays, Cloud9 is so comfortable with that kind of a challenge. And on this map, they're so confident, they're going to just start bullying you until you can really prove you can shut that down with some kind of consistency.
Yeah, and if they can get some of those players alive, I mean, Axile was a little bit, kind of cooled down a bit on Inferno. It was great on the opening map. Shiro and Hobbit were really the 2 main forces at the end of it on Inferno for them. We know how good Axile could be, and this is it's a map that he enjoys. Good wallbang to take down S-Tag.
Yeah, and he's good on both sides of it as well. Like, he's another player that can go over towards the B-bomb site and really just look for an individual one-on-one duel with his AK on those stairs, looking for just an M4 hiding somewhere in the bomb site. Good shot from Brolin, but it's all he's going to get. NAVI takes the bullet so that Shiro can find the kill.
Also, just individually, it'd be kind of nice for Inters to have a better map. We're obviously not looking for him to outduel Hobbit or Axile. He doesn't have to outperform them, but just he did very, very little in the first two maps, and I think that's gotta suck just for him to know that you know,
yeah,
could have been a little bit easier maybe.
It's a bummer, but I think he's got to be used to it. Not in the sense that it's a bad performance, but he's not ever going to be someone who like kind of is highlighted in any way on this team. Look at the other names. I mean, Hobbit,
Yes.
Exile, and Shiro is a really powerful core, a really good powerhouse for the team in terms of driving it forward with kills. NAVI is the in-game leader and a space creator. Like, you know, at times Inters is just kind of going to fade into the background a little bit.
But I mean, even what he's doing now, even the 4-1, even if some of it is against just USPs, that's you know, leagues ahead of what he was doing on entire halves for the other two maps. So, you know, even if it's just this, I feel like it's got to be something. Double kill for him, 5-1, and a 4-0 scoreline in favor of C9. Wow. This is a good start, in case anyone was in doubt about that. NIP going to be back with some rifles. They got Rez on the AWP. There is 2 people on 0, and then it's 1, 2, and 4 kills on the NIP side. So yeah, they're lacking a bit of output at the start, but it can be made up for. They can turn it around.
Can they? How sure are you of that one?
I mean, I'm sure that on some theoretical level they can.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually going to be happening.
I'm just making a joke. Let's see if it happens. I mean, I just think it's going to be so tough. And if you let this spiral too far out of control, I think that would be the real danger for NIP. If they go down like 5-0, 6-0, then you start getting into a really dicey situation. Shiro looking for anything with the op. Good flashbang from Rez to take a peek down.
That's nice.
Can't connect with a shot, though.
Yeah, but it's not uncommon you see all players sort of flashy, you know, you throw a flash, you take the corner, you get flashed, and you fall back, and then you kind of keep it going for a little bit. Still walking around down there. 3 people at the bottom of the ramp. That is a good angle. NAVI down to 41.
Yeah, maybe frustrating for him taking a dink through yellow. Him and Hobbit are going to start challenging on A ramp. Shiro and Inter is going to back away where Exile is holding on towards B. So 2 players to try and force a little bit of movement, a commitment from this defense, and they've got it for the moment. 3 players are here. NAVI might not want to find out what's on the other side of that jump, and indeed, Brolin's going to get aggressive. They still don't know Hobbit's here. They might know now. He drops down, he gives a shot. Ooh, he wins the fight, though. That means 2 defenders still going to stick at the A bomb site.
Yeah, he's doing the best that he can to sell this right here. And they get the kill on S-Tag. Only 1 defender left at the moment. Hampus has to stand tall. 2 more people coming his way. Getting pushed back with the Molotov. He's way out in the open. I can't believe he's still alive back here. The flames slightly obscuring his vision. They couldn't see him, I think, for a minute there. And now it's on Exile and Hobbit. Both of them a little bit tagged up. Bomb is going to get planted with about 9 seconds on the clock. And Hobbit hiding inside of the smoke. He's sacrificing himself, saying, maybe I can get 1 more. Wait, they're burning on the other side. They got to be real careful here. Now Exile's pushed up. Oh, this position for Hobbit. This might be a little bit of 1-2 punch. Alexi has the right idea. He's stuck under and he'll get that one. And Exile is backed on out. No smokes currently. And no kit either picked up. So they might be in some trouble. Exile doesn't have to do a lot here to buy the time that they need. NIP, they've got to get on it right quick. Rez with the shot. And that might be enough.
Yeah, that's a huge fight for Rez to win. I was with you. I thought Exile was going to push up and set up a crossfire as those smokes faded, but he backed away to check the flank. They were very, very concerned. They only ever spotted 1. They only ever spotted Rez with the AWP spamming towards CT spawn. Still with the plant and good 3 kills, good economic damage onto NIP. There's a chance, and that might have been opportunity, as you kind of touched on it earlier, for Inters to step up and find that trade kill on Shiro trying entering into the B bomb site. It's a 1 round if that happens. Took a very long time for Cloud9 and Exile to find that frag on the final defender.
First round for NIP. I even actually thought for a minute at the end that there wasn't, you know, even the timer was a little bit too close, but they had time, so it's all good. 4-1. But they need to keep building here on the CT side. Broland traded right away. Hobbit's been so reliable throughout this series. He's 8-1 right here. Alexi going to be sneaking down. But he has to respect the fact that the smoke could disappear, and look at what Hobbit's doing.
I'd be amazed if Hobbit stops. Oh, what a peek from Alexi. He knew it was coming. That is a solid headshot onto Hobbit, and that might have just saved the day. If he goes down there, Rez has nowhere to go. All of a sudden, NIP's defense can stand up and fight back. Rez out in the open, caught by Exile. Again, 7-2 in the early stages of this map.
And still plenty of time on the clock, although NIP are swiftly rotating people out of the B-bomb side. They feel like this is where it's going to be. Hampus, I think that spray should have worked. He had the time for it, especially with the M4. He wanted that range. But Inters is going to be standing up to it. Exile sneaking around the corner. Alexi could have saved the team this time. 2 versus 2. He needs some backup here. Shiro. Yeah, he's not going to miss that shot. Good play with the AWP up close. Nade not going to kill anyone either. Do some damage to Shiro, but S-Tag, no kills, and now in a 1 versus 2. You can stick around and try and look for it. Has to be careful, though, with that AWP on the other side.
Shiro's playing contact off Inters. That smoke might ruin it.
Yep. Flash on over. And that's going to push them a little bit further back. Molotov there. Yeah, he knows where one of them is, but it doesn't really help him all that much. And surprisingly, Shiro's still down there. He's going to be found. S-Tag picking up his first kill. Going to tap the bomb once. Flashes in the air and Inters to save the round. A great double kill. And C9, they steal it right back.
Yeah, Inters gets 2 critical kills there. The frag onto Hampus to provide a little bit more space and a little bit more of an entrance, and also to isolate Alexi B over towards scaffolding, and then obviously the final kill in the 1v1. What a great round from Alexi. What a great double kill for him to do his best to hold on to the bomb site, just not enough at the end of the day. S-Tag no HP for that fight at the end. And Cloud9 5-1, and they forced NIP's defense back to pistols.
Yeah, pistols. They're going to be running down right into the open arms of NAVI with a MAC-10. Although he does drop very, very low on health. Going to try and see if they can push up behind it. That's awkward. 5-7 up close. Grenade almost takes care of Alexi B. Hobbit, he's so unbelievably mechanically gifted, you can just tell.
Oh my lord!
Alexi's done a lot of damage, but 2 versus 2, and S-Tag. NAVI not even checking the corner. Wanted to get there and get the bomb down, so what a strange round.
Yeah, again, I mean, this one might have been Cloud9 going a little bit too fast. Sometimes we get a little worried when they're going slow, but this one might have been them trying to push too much through upgraded pistols, through smokes when no one could really help out. I cannot believe Alexi got that second kill. That might have swung the round entirely. 1 bullet from the 5-7, and Shiro's got to abandon the AWP. Take a big risk heading over to the B bomb site. S-Tag and Hampus to try and recover.
Yeah, they're actually boxing him in even as you speak.
I think they believe they have him trapped. They think he's still at A ramp. S-Tag is pushed down the ladder, about to flank in. They are pretty darn sure they have him on the ramp, and they are going to be pretty darn wrong.
I thought S-Tag was going the other way. I've been fooled as well.
Well, they got plenty of time. If they can pick up guns now that they realize it's clear and start hustling over to the A bomb site, the bomb just gets planted now. They've got time to make this retake happen, and S-Tag's going to stick with the MAC-10 so that he can be the bait. He wants to slide in fast, jumping, be a hard target, and allow Hampus to go for the cleanup.
2 smokes against the 1 Molotov that Shiro has. That could be really huge for them, but no kit that is currently picked up. Don't think there's one on the ground either, so man, they still need to be fast with it. Even if they have the smokes, this is not going to be easy. Oh, nice shot mid-air on S-Tag, and yeah, lots of smokes up on the bomb side. Shiro, though, he's way risking it all. He just runs right in there.
He knows the time is gone. Even if Hampus gets that kill, no chance for the defuse. Costly win for Cloud9, but they'll take it.
That's crazy. Yeah, it really took them a long time to get over across the map. Longer than I was expecting even. Nicely done, all things considered. That's going to be the 6-1 scoreline for Cloud9. They're still in a great position.
Yeah, they're looking good, even despite this this little bit of a hiccup here in this kind of a round. They might want to be cautious of that in the future. They've dropped a few of those. They've dropped a few of those, especially in the second rounds. This one they still come out on top of. S-Tag, as you can see at the end, frustration. We had a, if you can't tell, it was a, there's a tech pause going on. If the emphatic hand gestures and headphones coming off didn't clue you in.
Not bad. Not at all bad. We'll find out exactly what the challenge is. 6-1. That is a wonderful start, obviously, for Cloud9, as they're looking to qualify for the Major. Currently 10 rounds away from doing that, but at the current rate, gotta say things are looking good for them on the opening half here. Yeah,
and that's we should expect that. I mean, this is just a phenomenal map in the history of Cloud9. I mean, they haven't even played it all that much recently. Just 2 times it's been played in the last 3 months. They've gone 1-1, a 9-16 loss to Team Liquid at IEM Cologne, and the 16-4 victory over Movistar Riders at Pro League. But I think everyone knows that this is a dangerous map to step into when Cloud9's on the other side of the server. Axel with 7 kills, so is Inters. As you called him out, he's stepping up for you.
Yeah, I like that.
Hobbit's got 9 frags to lead the way for C9.
I wanted to see ENCE make it up. You know, just feels bad whenever you're the
low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, anchor wearing the team down a little bit, you know. And still, as long as Hobbit and everyone else is playing fine, then there's space for it. NIP have to come up with more of a platform in this opening half. They need more than what they're getting right now.
Well, they got another good chance here. They're flush with cash. Hampus has the AK-47 that was saved, so he's got 2,600 in the bank, as you can see. And they're going to go with 5 rifles. No AWP in play for Rez. He swaps down to the M4. Groove looking comfortable.
He should be. No reason not to be at this stage. Cloud9 making their way over to that A ramp. Which again, you really need to control if you're on that T side, at least just to make sure that the CTs don't know what's happening. It's a nice nade. Second one didn't do that much, but now wall bangs are coming in and life is getting really hard for Roland. Do it again, Shiro. You know you want to.
Oh, they tagged him again with another nade, so Brolin's just going to back off. Fair play, but great damage done to him. Shiro didn't want to spam anymore. You can see there's a certain like school of aggressive Counter-Strike being played by CT sides on that A ramp at the moment that Shiro is very cognizant of.
This boost over on one side, now the boost on the other side. S-Tag out in the open, he's gonna get double peeked. You're never living through that. What a great trick.
HLTV had that great article about the hardest bomb sites to defend. I've always thought the B side on Vertigo would have to be just an absolute nightmare on the pro level to defend against. S-Tag goes down, Axile's gonna find the follow-up kill into Hampus, and if Lexi can't find this, he will. Nafany was hard cleared, but there goes Rez on the other side of the map, and now all of a sudden all the options available and all the kills found for Cloud9. It is 7-1.
Wow, yeah, they're doing a great job. I agree with that P-bomb side, and also because I feel like so much of the time you're completely alone.
Yeah.
And I mean, that could be true for a lot of B-bomb sides, you know, with the B anchors on Mirage, but on Mirage at least you usually have someone kind of close by on the catwalk. It feels like the close by player here could sometimes be quite far away.
Well, and it's a wide open, right? Flashbangs coming in can blind all your support players, so even if he's physically there, he might not actually be able to have any real presence. NIP and Alexi B taking a timeout. You can see him talking through with his team, trying to adjust on the fly. Still very inexperienced together, and as we kind of mentioned, heading on to Vertigo, we're testing how deep their map pool can go early on in this roster's lifespan together.
I still think that first half of Inferno, I think NIP could have walked away with 10 or 11 rounds or something. That's really what it felt like to me. And they somehow just didn't. I don't know if they're going to be looking back on that, thinking that you know, maybe could have ended 2-0 if they just had a better first half.
NIP did win this map just yesterday against Bad News Eagles to make it to this position. They won 16-7. It was Brolin and Rez as the top performers for NIP. Rez has 1 kill at the moment. Brolin's doing, I guess, okay with 6 frags. But Cloud9's just a different beast. I think a second timeout being taken.
Okay. Yeah, they are looking really good.
Layer them up, baby.
Slow start, but they've warmed up into it, and they're starting to look a little bit more comfortable. Look more like the kind of Cloud9 that we would want to see at the Major too, because they've had a few weird ups and downs themselves. I mean, that's true for a bunch of teams at this qualifier. Cloud9 definitely, well, we all know how good they could be. We just need to see it again. Nafany looking over the smokes. Not a lot to fight with on the CT side, so could be a strong likelihood here for an 8-1 scoreline. Still haven't seen any cones being flipped, Jason.
No, that hasn't caught on quite yet. I know you appreciate it. It would be nice.
Try to make it a thing, you know.
If S-Tag was frustrated after the game crash just a couple rounds back, and then he gets peeked from 2 separate boosts in the previous round, and now he gets wrapped around from mid while being Molotov from the stairs, he's certainly going to be tilted off the entire skyscraper at this point. How's that cone flip? Is it going to land? Yes or no? You had your chance. You had your chance.
I was mesmerized. I was so mesmerized, but it wasn't a flip. It's still cool, but
it had to have flipped at some point to get off the skyscraper.
Yeah, but we think of how many rotations it could get on the way down, you know? So I'm just saying...
Beggars can't be choosers, Anders. You're asking for way too much.
No, it's a complicated sport. Yeah, I'm sure S-Tag is not enjoying his time at the B-bomb site all that much.
Problem now, too, is I don't think this round in particular is going to have it. Ooh, there you go. No, not enough time. Problem now is Cloud9's established and shown NIP that they can take A-ramp almost whenever they want. They've only been stopped once in this half. They've also shown, I think, twice now that they can take the B-bomb site in a couple of different fashions. And, I mean, this previous round, I don't think it's really going to establish a whole lot, but now they've gone mid as well. Even if it's just on, like, kind of a low economy round for NIP, now you have a little bit of fear being like, okay, so they're willing to go mid. They're willing to throw different looks at us in this fashion.
Yeah, keeping them guessing, making life hard on the NIP side.
If you didn't catch on, that's every part of the map now is susceptible.
They spotted out. Instead of the Molotov, they just HE. Are they going to get another one in there? Rez already tagged up, so looks like a little bit of a back off here for Hobbit. And Exile, you'll find S-Tag. This is so devastating.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Exile is just such a beast on this map, especially towards that B-bomb site. It can just be a cascade effect, and, especially if you're frustrated at external things, it's just going to snowball out of control.
NIP, they don't seem to have a grasp of this third map at all right now. Haven't found the right rhythm. They haven't picked up the rounds that build the economy. And individually, you could see Rest and S-Tag really having a hard time here at the beginning of the map.
There's a good double kill, but Shiro's going to chime in. Snaps over. NAVI's got another headshot. Alexi B stands tall. He's actually done some pretty darn good work at this bomb site. He's going to drop a defensive smoke. And Shiro's going to drop one as well to swap to the AK-47. Hobbit's already established the escape route. He's already made it into the B bomb site, and it doesn't even really matter that Shiro's making all this noise because Hobbit has such a deep position.
He might even want to do it to bait someone to run in here and try and get there beforehand.
Yeah, but I think you would expect that if you're Hampus. I think you have to be really cautious when you know this rotation is happening. You'd be like, something is up.
Yeah.
Something ain't quite right.
You're not wrong. He is being very careful about it. Shiro gonna go straight for it. Smoke going up. 7 seconds here, and Hampus wants to see if he can win the round by getting the kill right away. Turns it into a one-on-one. Hobbit, he's been a god so far. 12 and 3, and he finds the headshot to take down Alexi B. He is out of control at the moment. 13-3 on him.
That's a great recovery from Hobbit, but I'll just say it. That felt like a misplayed situation to not peek off the plant when, who was it? It's Hampus swinging around to kill the planter as soon as the bomb goes down. I don't know if they didn't hear the footsteps, if it wasn't called out, but it took a long time for them to react to that scenario. And Hobbit probably could have saved his teammate's life, but fair play, wins it out in the end of the day. And all is forgiven. 9-1.
That's well done. Round number 11. NIP obviously with a loss bonus building up. So they can keep putting some rifles into some of these rounds. Things are looking very dark at the moment for the Ninjas. There are some solutions you could try for NIP apart from just fighting on the A ramp, right? You can go for your own aggression in the middle or whatever. It might be hard to do if you don't feel comfortable at all anywhere on the map.
Ooh, even blind, NAVI almost finds that kill onto Brolin. HE grenade to clean him up though, and now for NIP, some breathing room, a 5-on-4. It almost feels must win. NIP's defense pushed aggressively in towards middle. But again, S-Tag's on his own. And he's lost this duel a number of times, and now he's only got an SMG. So NIP really putting him on an island. Rez falling back to help out. He's got an AWP and plenty of support utility.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, must win, I agree. They got to make this 9-6 somehow, just to keep it going. Molotovs raining all over the place outside of the B-bomb site. They see the AWP back in the corner. Hampus goes down to Shiro. And that's right back into a 4-on-4. S-Tag up close. No more nades on him, so I'm all down to the mechanics. 15 seconds. You're absolutely right. And a good find on Inters. Just has to stay alive. Just look at the clock. 10 seconds here. And there's absolutely nothing he can do to make it through. So wasn't the most action-packed round, but It's... I don't think NIP care at this point. They just need to win the rounds.
Ooh, go for this, Exile. Go for a kill. Go for a kill. Rez didn't expect it. Deny the ult. That's perfect. What a godlike play in a losing effort.
They're going to be even more mad.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds that it, like, tilts you even though you won it. Rez heading up, and now he's going to have to drop down to a FAMAS.
Man.
Even in victory.
Yeah. 9-2. Such a long road ahead. I think to even have a really convincing conversation about this, you need to get them to that 9-6, maybe 10-5 scoreline, and then you could start to say, okay, NIP was ugly, but there's a turnaround that could happen here. There is a possibility. Good headshot there. NAVI going to be taking down Brawler to start the round with. Alexi runs through the flames, but Exile, he's more than ready. Double kill on him. Alexi and Rez both down, and S-Tag and Hampus. Why even bother showing up?
It probably feels like that. But also, to a certain extent, as you mentioned, like, they're probably feeling the same thing. Like, God, we have to get to, like, 9-6, 10-5, or we have to just be able to find rounds. Like, let me see if I can come here and have some kind of a heroic effort. Maybe I get lucky and grab, like, a cheeky double kill that allows us to challenge for this round, but it ain't happening. Good utility dump onto the planter. But Axile's still going to escape, and S-Tag hasn't budged. They've got to save the weapons they have, so 10-2.
Yeah, swiftly back, not allowing NIP to feel comfortable at all. Kind of, I don't know. I don't really know what I was expecting for Vertigo, but certainly not this.
This is kind of what I expected. Not just because Cloud9's so good at it and have been good at it for a very, very long time. Despite the fact that I think NIP has been exceeding expectations thus far.
We need to change. It can't be the case that the round ticks over before the cones hit the ground. Huge flaw in the map.
Massive issue. Email Valve. You think if you get the number?
You think you put the cone at the end of your gun, it's gonna
like a bayonet?
No, no. No, Jason.
Okay, well, no, I don't think it's
like
going to
the
eject.
opposite of a silencer.
Okay.
Like a megaphone for your rifle.
Oh, yeah. That's the dumbest idea ever.
How do you stab someone to death with a cone, with a traffic cone, Jason?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get down to your wavelength. It's dark down here. It's weird. I don't know what I'm doing quite in this place.
Does that look like it's sharp enough on any level?
Oh, does it? Okay, megaphone. This is how we're gonna play the game.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Back
into the action. 10-2. Just a stomping for Cloud9.
So relentless right now. I like this from NIP. Attempt to try. No luck at all. Down to 36 just from random shots coming through the wall. Shiro, though, also getting tagged up. I think the basic idea for NIP to try and take some control back and push a little bit forward. I almost wish they would have kept going. Maybe it's hard once you've got spammed down like that, but I want to see them try and take some initiative here.
Yeah, I think it's hard at the moment for NIP to like kind of have those creative and aggressive ideas because everything they've done has failed. They've played passively and they've been punished. They've played aggressively. I mean, just the previous round, and Exile had just a stunning pair of headshots to negate their aggression entirely.
Still hanging around.
If you're NIP, like, you're flipping through the playbook and just be like, nothing's working.
Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunately true.
Sometimes you have those games.
See how many smokes are left? None on the NIP side, and that's a problem because there's 4 Molotovs that can burn out Rez from this corner, so...
Yeah, I don't think they have time to really go through like that entire slow pace, like take control up the ramp though. There's 30 seconds on the clock. I don't think they're gonna really have time to kind of progress up.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, and I think now the game's been given up. They have to kind of go. They have to push forward. Everyone on the CT side is rotating over. All the ninjas are coming to this location. Good counter flash from Rez. I don't know if there's time for anything.
No, what a weird round. Yeah, they're putting up the Molotovs back here, but only about 12 seconds on the clock. Shiro getting one on S-Tag. Everyone's shown up. 7 seconds left. They're running onto the bomb side and getting slaughtered by the remaining NIP members. Nice triple on from Rez. That puts him at 5 kills, by the way. and a third round on the board for NIP.
That is a super weird round from Cloud9. That very much felt like a round where they're just like, everyone just sit here and hang out. We're just going to wait for all the utility to go away.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it might have been a factor of that one extra smoke or Molotov that comes down was like they didn't expect them to have that. But I mean, once again, the bummer for Cloud9 is the entries were great. They got all the opening kills they could have liked. They just didn't actually have time to really fight and challenge. And when the clock is run down that low, NIP know what the final play is.
Well, let's see. Maybe there is a chance to get that 5 rounds after all. Alexi, though, going to be opened up by Hobbit. 15-5. Hobbit is still having himself an insane series once again. And it'll be up to the remaining NIP players to try and see if they can change this 4-on-5 situation into a victory. Hobbit's going to be going down Hampus. Good bit of research.
Back to the A-bomb site. Good kill from Brolin as Nathany tries to jump out of the corner. 4-on-3. There's not a lot of money left for Cloud9 after that disastrous round 13.
Yeah, that's maybe. I mean, that would, what a gift it would be for NIP if they could go into the 15th round and have a much less well-equipped C9 to fight.
Yeah, and staring at the face of a 5-10 half. Oh, looking down for the feet.
It's close, isn't it? Oh, what?
He still gets the kill, but that's got to be frustrating. That's probably like an oh crap moment when that doesn't bounce off the way he would have liked.
Yeah, he either discovered something that's an amazing trick for the future or something that almost got him killed in this round. 2 versus 4 now, and about 25 seconds. They have health for it though. That's maybe something to think about, but unlikely to be winning this one. Shiro gonna try and see if he can find that plant zone. All right, Molotov is there, so he's like, I'm gonna go for it. They flash their way through. They want to fight it before this bomb is even attempted. Inters all alone in a 1 versus 3 and running out of time all at the same spot. So 10-4, no bomb plant and no money.
Okay, well, NIP doing as best they can to get as many rounds as possible to carve out some space for the second half. They've won 3 of 4.